Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm finally returning to you for another official review. It's not a drama video this time. This is going to be for another album review for a new album by the Black Dahlia Murder, Servitude, that I got a chance to listen to for myself to see what I was going to think of this record overall. This almost 33-minute album, so it's very short and effective for what it goes for. But other than that, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for the 10 tracks that I've listened to for this record and let you know my thoughts on Black Dahlia Murder's Servitude album. Excuse my yawning. I might take a nap sometime tonight, so if I don't do a gaming stream, it's probably going to be in the next few days or so, probably during the weekend. But other than that, let's dive right into this album review tonight. So pretty much it starts with Evening Ephemeral, I believe is how you pronounce it, Ephemeral. Pretty good song. I really like Brian's screaming vocals and his death growls and screech screams. They sound really outstanding. And the progression with the drum work and guitar work is pretty awesome. So this track is a banger for sure. It's the opening track, but it starts off very well, so 5 out of 5. Panic Hysteric is the next track to follow up the opening track, and it's a really good song too. Brian's vocals sound amazing in this track with his screaming and screaming with his scream vocals sound amazing, and basically you get a lot of good guitar riffs and drum work. Some of the songs do sound the same, and that's a critique I have. Excuse my yawning. That's a critique I have, but aside from that, this album still did kick ass. So, 5 out of 5 for Panic Hysteric. Aftermath was the first single for this record to be announced, I guess, to announce this album. And it's a strong song for how it sounds. I think it came out a few months ago, if I'm being honest, like in May sometime. So it was a little while ago, but still was a strong track. June, it was May or June, it was somewhere around there. But still, great song, 5 out of 5. I know they made a music video for it, but I think I watched it once, but I didn't really come back to it, the music video, but I still enjoy the track. So 5 out of 5. Cursed Creator is a great song for how it sounds. I really like Brian's screaming vocals in this track. His screech screams, his growl screams, and just the way it's sounding overall. This track was excellent, for sure. 5 out of 5. An intermission was only 28 seconds of a track. Sorry about the dinging. That's my phones, so don't mind that. Pretty much for what I listened to with whatchamacallit, an intermission, I think it's pretty good in its own way. It's only 28 seconds, so you're not in for much of a track, but I'd give it a 4.75 out of 5 for this one. It's just an interlude to the next track. It's just something really quick to get through. But then you get to Asserting Dominion, and I really enjoyed that track. So I'd give it a 5 out of 5 for sure. I like Brian's screaming vocals in this track, and just the way this song executed very well with his screams and his screech screams, his growl screams, all that. You got good, heavy, chunky drum work and guitar work. That sounds outstanding for this track. So 5 out of 5. The title track, Servitude, was actually a really good track. There was a lot of great moments with this song that I enjoyed. But other than that, 5 out of 5 is overdue for this track, for Servitude. So, then you get Mama's Hand, and that was, when I did do the quick track review for it about a month and a half ago. I gotta say, I messed up when I said Mammoth's Head, but it's Mammoth's Hand is what the track's name is. But overall, it's a great song. I like Brian's screaming vocals in this track, and execution-wise, this track did very well. So, a strong 5 out of 5 for this song. And you get Transcosmic Blueprint, which is a great song too. Really enjoyed how the melody was sounding, how Brian combined his screaming vocals. He didn't do much clean vocals. You get a lot of great melodic death metal scream vocals, and with the drum work, it's outstanding. So this is a 5 out of 5. And finally, the closing track, Utopia Black, is a strong track too. Really enjoyed this one. I love the progression. The chorus is very memorable, and just the verses are outstanding with how Brian is screaming it so very well. So, this was a strong track, 5 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution-wise, I think this was a good follow-up to their last record. I didn't hear their last album, but I knew about it. I just didn't hear it because I saw that it was out in 2020. But this was a long gap for this record because the previous singer passed away, which I'm sorry for you guys' loss and all that. But at least Brian took over for the band, and they're heading in a pretty strong direction with this new era of Black Dahlia Murder. They are a melodic death metal band, so I don't know if it'd be up your alley, but I personally enjoyed this record. This was a strong record for this year. It is going to be on my best albums of 2024 by the end of the year, but overall, if I were to give this record its deserved score, I'm going to give it a strong 9.5 out of 10. This is a really good album, definitely rocks. Highly recommend you check this record out if you haven't listened to Black Dahlia Murder's new record, Servitude. I mean, everyone's going to have their opinions when it comes to what they listen to, what they don't listen to, but I myself love metalcore, deathcore, melodic death metal, all that stuff. That is my personal preference in music, and hopefully you guys can respect that. Just some viewers that watch my channel, hopefully they can respect that, and most of my audience does respect that, which I appreciate that. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this Black Dahlia Servitude album review tonight. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible, and I'll have more album reviews coming out probably after Hurricane Helene passes. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but there may be a little bit of a delay with some album reviews, like the new Pale Wave Smitten album review. I think that, and the Lady Gaga album as well, that is apparently supposed to be coming out this Friday. It's kind of teasing about the new Joker Folie à Deux movie that comes out next week. So, other than that, I hope you enjoyed Black Dahlia Murder's new record, Servitude, for this album review that I did for you guys, and thank you for watching tonight. Have a good night.